3 straight losing seasons when we came in. You got to travel 70 guys. And so we couldn't cut the whole team. So we did our best to find the leaders and to instill our culture. And maybe the one positive of this transfer portal era is in our first team meeting, I told the guys that were there this January, we've got 34 newcomers, but I was really talking to the guys that were coming back. And what I told them was, guys, in today's day and age, you've been around us an entire year and you could have gone anywhere in the country and you chose to be sitting in this team meeting. We could have cut all of you and we chose you to be sitting in this team meeting. So there is no more, hey, this staff got stuck with this roster or these players got stuck with this new coach. Like, we all literally chose to be here with each other. And we've upgraded our talent immensely. We've upgraded our culture immensely. We were last year's team was 1-5 in 1-score games. And so we had the requisite talent to be in it, not good enough to dominate anybody. And we had the requisite culture to be in it, but not a good enough culture to dominate anybody. And so I think now we have addressed that both on the talent side and the culture side. And it's been a joy to be around this team. Statistics will show you something like 90% of kids that transfer within 200 miles of their hometown. And obviously with us being in the Tri-County area down here in Florida, with Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach County, within an hour of us, I mean, you're talking about 100 Division I kids every year. And so I thought that was going to be the route that to really bolster our roster, and it is. We're doing really well in the portal, and we've addressed some needs. But I think at certain positions, I screwed up at quarterback. We didn't sign a high school kid this year because I thought for sure that at this level we're going to need a transfer. But then I went and looked, and you look at Michael Pratt at Tulane, high school signee. You look at Greg Ward Jr., who we had at Houston, high school signee. You look at the Desmond Ritter, high school signee at Cincinnati. So every quarterback that has won the American Conference, or most, have been high school signees. And so I think that position, although we're really excited about Cam Fancher and his transfer here from Marshall, and he'll compete with Tyreek Starks, and who really came on late last year. At that position, it's a very, very unique position when evaluating, because physical skills, we've got lists of, hey, this is what we want in a right guard. This is what we want in a defensive end. This is what we want in a quarterback. You get to, it's about bullet point 8 or 9 before you get to anything physical when it comes to a quarterback. We want a competitor. I say I want a guy that if he lines up across the Thanksgiving table from his 90-year-old grandma to play Uno, he wants to wipe her clean, from that table. And so we want competitors. We want mentally and physically tough guys. We don't want prima donnas. We don't want guys that run out of bounds. We don't want, we want guys, we want leaders, and we want football smart guys, guys where the game makes sense. That doesn't mean you need to be a 4.0. Some of them are, but there's guys where the game just makes sense. And then I think maybe the only thing physical in today's game, you got to be able to make plays with your feet. You don't need to be Michael Vick. You don't need to be Braxton Miller. But when you need to extend a play, when you've got a read play on and they make you pull it, are you going to get 7, 8, 9 yards and, be able to make the defense pay with your feet from time to time is very, very important too. I mean, the NFL has 32 teams, 31 billionaires own them, right? Packers are publicly owned. If you came to them and said, hey, we're going to change our business model and your roster is going to be 85 guys on 1-year contracts with player options every 6 months, they would laugh at you in the face, right? And they would tell you that that's the stupidest business model you've ever dreamt of. And that's what we have in college football right now. These guys can leave every 6 months. And so until we, collectively bargain with them and be able to sign them to multi-year deals that have penalties, just like coaches do. If they break those deals, then I think we're going to see it get worse before it gets better.